Hey guys, what's up? It's once again mp4podcast.com, and I'm taking a second look at Sonic 4, the Hedgehog for the iPhone. Now, some of you were unhappy with the review I gave with Sonic 4, and my reviews are gameplay reviews, okay? So they're not reviews that you're going to find at IGN, where they go through every single level and they talk about this and that. I talk about what's broken, if it's good enough to play, if it's good enough to buy. So one of the problems I had with Sonic 4 was the virtual stick. So I'm going to show you one of the levels that I was having problems with, and then we're going to continue right here. And the virtual stick that they designed on Sonic 4 actually is a bad virtual stick if you're not aware of how it works good. Now, I want to give you a good example. As you can see, this is the stick right here. So what's wrong with this stick? As you can see, let me go like this. See right there? Sonic moves. Sonic moves. Sonic is moving. You see that? All right. Now, we have the black part right here, which is part of the phone, the plastic on the phone. So a lot of people go like this, right? And then they get a tendency to go really far. That was one of the problems I had. Because the iPhone games that I play, a lot of them are from GameLoft, and they have really good virtual pads. Now, I'm going to show you how you play this. You always have to have a mental thought in your head that, always keep your thumb right here, and you want to go back like this. See, very little, okay? That's how this Sonic is played. So I can get to the top. Watch, I want to, for all the whiners out there, I want to get to the top. But I had a high enough time just getting to that second level right there when I was swinging. No, I didn't get it. Alright, so let me just get it right here. I'm pretty sure I'll get it. See right there, I got it. Not that big of a deal, really. But these controls do have a learning curve for the iPhone. And if you're somebody who plays other games from other developers, it's really different. And a lot of developers kind of have an idea on how they want to do their virtual sticks. But when you have somebody just come out of nowhere like Sega does, and they change their sticks a lot from how everybody else is designing their sticks, it doesn't work out for the gaming community on the iPhone. So, this should probably be moved maybe a little bit over here, just a little bit. Maybe half an inch over. That would actually solve a lot of problems. Because, I know a lot of the Sonic fans, they're going to, you have different type of Sonic fans. I have a friend who's a huge Sonic fan. He's the first one to call out a bad Sonic game if there's a Sonic game. Then you have the other type of Sonic fans who love everything that Sega makes. And as far as I'm concerned, Sega hasn't been the same since Dreamcast. A lot of the teams that made all these games great, they're no longer working at Sega. Team AM2 or whatever the Sonic team, a lot of these other teams that Sega has, a lot of these people have left and gone onto other companies now. So, it's just hard to look at a good property and a good game that's suffering from bad controls. And, Pizza Boy was another good game that was another good platformer, suffered from bad controls with people who have big thumbs. So, it was very small buttons. It was left and right. You had to go like this. You have to keep on moving it. And I'm going to show you, here's Predator. I wanted to show Predator This I'll just resume where I was playing. That's the virtual stick. Okay. Now I know this isn't a platformer or a 2D side scroller, but as you can see how my thumb is pretty far off to the left, because it's not right in the corner. And as you can see, I can see how I'm pulling it all the way to the left. As you can see it like that. I can see that it's all the way down. I can see that it's all the way up. You can see it right there. You can see it, at the bottom. Sometimes you won't see it, but you have a pretty good idea. Because they give you a lot of leeway, where it is. And it's so big, it's not like really a big issue to even look at. With the Sonic control, you really have to take a good look at it and then memorize. Okay, remember to go just a little bit back and forth like this. That's what you're doing with Sonic 4. I wish Sega would go back and fix some of their games that are for the iPhone. I'm going to give you another example. As you can see, sometimes this character goes right over the D-pad. I can't even see him anymore. All right, so that's something that should be fixed in these games. And maybe they should go in here and redesign some of these games where, the background moves, where your character always stays kind of in the center, maybe moves a little bit like this. That's how Gameloft does most of all their games. When I was playing Spider-Man, it was the background was moving. And a lot of games, they use that technique. I remember playing Kung Fu on the 8-bit Nintendo, and the background was always moving, and it gave you the illusion that you were moving, but the character always stayed in the middle of the screen. And don't get me wrong, I love Streets of Rage. I love moving, all around the screen and everything, but sometimes some things have to be changed for different platforms. Now, I was over at Touch Arcade. I believe I saw it over there. It's a really good website if you're into iPhone gaming. And it's like an add-on to your iPhone or your iPod Touches, where it adds real buttons to your device. Like you slip your iPhone in, and you can, I don't know, it seems like somebody's invisible right there. Maybe I died. Doesn't make any difference. But anyway, it has real buttons. It's like holding, maybe like a Sega Genesis controller, because that one had a really good D-pad. It has buttons on the left, and it's like a Nintendo DS or whatever it is, where you slide the phone in there, and it has real buttons. It has like a grip on it and everything. And it looks really comfortable, and I would really love to have one. And I guess it's coming out sometime soon. And some of these games are going to be updated, I guess, to support this new type of control system. So you'll be able to go into the games and say, okay, I'm playing with the Star Breeze controller, whatever. And you'll just be playing it like this and be playing your games. I know it's really no light in here, but you'll just be playing it like PSP or Nintendo DS, and you'll be hitting real buttons on the iPhone. That's something that, I really wish Apple would have brought out, because it probably would have sold for gamers if Apple was producing it. Because these virtual buttons don't always work in each game, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. And a lot of the Sega games haven't been doing that well. And I recommend, if you're a Sega fan and you want portable gaming, if you have a PSP, go over to Best Buy, GameStop, or whatever, Amazon, and pick up the arcade classic collection, whatever it's called, for your PSP, your PS3, or your Xbox 360. And maybe, if you have an older PS3, you can probably even get like a PS2 collection if there's one, and an Xbox if it's backwards compatible. Don't get me wrong, I played Streets of Rage on the iPhone. I beat a couple levels on it. And it's not that bad. I mean, if you know you're over here, I mean, it's not that bad that you're playing the guy. I mean, you can figure it out. And you're only going to be over here for a little while. Maybe you can just hold it like that or something like that. But Sonic needs the controls work just a little bit. The game's not a horrible game. I mean, all right, the what do you call it? The Indiana Jones level. That's the rail tracks or whatever, the mining tracks. I mean, it's fun to go that fast and you're going like this. It's not that hard. I don't have a problem with fun levels if the rest of the game is playable and fun as well. You know, it was kind of, when I played that level, it was kind of weird because I was so frustrated playing some of the other levels. And then go to this other level that's really, really easy. You don't do anything. Okay? So, if you're going to play Sonic, remember, your thumb moves just a little bit like this. You know, and a lot of us gamers, you know, you can't blame me, all right? I'm saying don't blame me. How many times have you been playing consoles where you move the control a little bit like this? You know, you get that jerky reaction like that. Because you're in the mood, you're in the motion of that game. You know, and look how small that controller is. My thumb is over it, for crying out loud. All right? Let's go back to Predator. Play. Predator's not a bad game. Look at it. I can still see, you know, the circle part. I know where my thumb is. I know if I pull it over a little bit. I know if I go a little bit like this. You know, I can see that it's opened over here. You know, if you see it like that, you know, I'm at a little bit of a different angle when I'm viewing it, so it might not show up in the camera, but let me just kill these guys. You see it like that. You can still see it that I'm open. And these controls are really good on Predator. There's a lot of other good virtual D-pad games. Look at my Spider-Man review if you want. Just go to my homepage. Just type in Spider hyphen or whatever man. You'll see it right there. But Sega has to get on the ball and rework their games for iPhone. Just don't port games over, you know, and the controls don't work. Take Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, and redesign these games and refix the scrolling so things work for iPhone controls. Okay? See, like, you can see that, I can see that my thumb is on the button, and I can see that big opening. See the openings right here? See that? Right here? Even when I'm playing, I can see like an edge of the virtual stick. You know. So I guess I had to beat so many guys. All right, I'm not going to play any more of this. Just want to give you an idea. I'm just going to load it up so it probably just saves. All right. So let me play Street Fighter for a second. Bruce Lee, the legend of Bruce Lee, had a great control system. Yeah, I'll just continue where I left off. I don't want to start up a brand new game. Come on, iPhone, load up. I got about a minute left. See that D-pad? See how big that is? Watch this. Look how good those controls are. I don't have any problems doing any special moves. It's not hard. I'm not fighting with the controls. You know, Capcom has good controls. Gameloft has good controls. You know, Sega doesn't have good controls on their games. They're kind of crappy, you know. So that's it, guys. Once again, this is mp4podcast.com signing out. And please subscribe to the channel and support good controls for iPhone and iPad and iPod touches and all that stuff, because everybody benefits when they play a good game with good controls and you have a good experience the first time. So take care, everyone. Later. Bye.